Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Okay, I am absolutely pumped to have you here today because we are tackling what is easily one of the most fascinating tactical puzzles in international football right now. We are looking at Argentina's exact roadmap to the 2026 World Cup. After reaching the absolute literal summit of the sport, the big question isn't just about how they play anymore, it's about how they evolve. History is notoriously cruel to reigning champions, so today we're going to break down exactly how Lionel Scaloni is re-engineering his squad, shifting their tactics, and basically preparing to defy the odds. So, here is our roadmap for today. 1. The World Champion Curse. 2. The 2026 Squad Team Sheet. 3. A 2022 versus 2026 roster comparison. 4. Solving the Messi dependency. 5. The new midfield engine. And finally, number 6, predicting the starting 11.
All right, Section 1, the World Champion Curse, a history of defending champions crashing out early.
There is this frankly terrifying historical pattern that just haunts defending champions. Think about it. France won in '98, right? But they totally crashed out in the 2002 group stage. Italy won in 2006, gone by 2010. Spain, which was arguably the greatest international team ever, eliminated in 2014. And then Germany suffered the exact same fate in 2018. It's crazy, but why does this happen? Well, managers tend to get kind of nostalgic. They trust aging heroes, and they absolutely refuse to evolve. It's like a classic case of championship panic. Opponents figure out their style, and boom, disaster strikes. Defending the crown. Just picture Messi holding that 2022 World Cup trophy. That moment represents the absolute emotional high watermark. It was literally the peak of the mountain. But the massive stakes of defending this exact trophy, it means that nostalgia is a luxury Argentina simply cannot afford right now. So I want to ask you directly, will Argentina be the next victim of this curse? Or does their current squad management have that ruthless edge required to prevent them from suffering this exact same fate? Let's find out. Section 2. The 2026 Squad Team Sheet. Scaloni's chosen 26-man roster. Okay, looking at goal and defense. Honestly, most of these selections are beautifully self-explanatory. Emi Martinez is obviously your undisputed starter in goal, with Musso as a highly capable backup. In defense, you've got Christian Romero and Lisandro Martinez as the default starters. But here's the really interesting part. Notice the inclusion of Facundo Medina. Scaloni specifically selected Medina over a traditional center back. And why? Because Medina can play seamlessly across the entire backline, both as a left center back and a left back. That kind of tactical flexibility is exactly how you adapt and survive in modern tournaments. Now, moving up to the midfield and attack, wow. The sheer depth here is staggering. We're talking about a highly flexible midfield core with Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister backing up an absolutely stacked forward line. You've got Julian Alvarez, Lautaro Martinez, and of course, Lionel Messi. They even have incredible rotational pieces like Flaco Lopez, who has just been generating massive numbers down in South America. Section 3. 2022 versus 2026 roster comparison. Evolving the winning formula. This is where you see the sheer ruthlessness of the squad refreshment Scaloni is undertaking. You've got your retained core, the undeniable spine of the team, like Messi, Emi Martinez, Romero, Enzo, and McAllister. But then, look at the notable omissions. No Angel Di Maria, no Paulo Dybala, no Papu Gomez, and, shockingly for the Argentine media, no Marcos Acuna. Scaloni isn't making emotional decisions here. He is making purely tactical ones. And the crucial takeaway here? Exactly 17 players from the 2022 World Cup winning squad are retained. 17. So this isn't a total teardown, but it's definitely not a blind copy-paste job either. It is the absolute perfect balance between keeping that winning chemistry and injecting fresh, young hunger right back into the locker room. Section 4. Solving the Messi dependency, moving from total reliance to structural empowerment. If you caught any of the 2024 Copa America, you saw firsthand that Argentina's winning mentality is rock solid. I mean, they ground out these incredibly tough, gritty, nervy wins against super physical teams like Colombia, even when Messi himself wasn't making a massive individual impact. And that proved a vital point. The team has outgrown its Messi dependency. The system now actually enables him, rather than just solely relying on him to save them every single match. Tactically, this evolution is a huge deal. Back in 2022, Argentina frequently utilized a winger-focused system that heavily relied on Angel Di Maria to stretch the pitch. But without him, the 2026 system is remarkably vertical. They're now pushing two traditional strikers, Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez, up top simultaneously. What does that do? It forces the opposition defense deep, creating these massive pockets of space for Messi to operate purely as a number 10. He can pull the strings without having to drop all the way into his own half just to get a touch on the ball. Section 5. The new midfield engine, the heartbeat of Scaloni's tactical shift. For a vertical system like that to actually function, you absolutely need total control in the center of the pitch. Enter the deep-lying playmaker. This role, which has been mastered entirely by Enzo Fernandez, is the true heartbeat of the team now. Scaloni deploys him as a number 6 to sit deep, dictate the tempo, and basically run the entire midfield. That way, Messi can conserve all his energy for the final third, where it really matters. And because they have players like Enzo, Scaloni has unreal tactical flexibility. During certain phases of a match, he can just pack the pitch. We're talking deploying 5 to 6 midfielders simultaneously, bringing on guys like Paredes, McAllister, and Enzo all at once to just completely suffocate the opponent. They've also integrated young Nico Paz as a creative tactical backup. Now sure, he isn't Messi, literally nobody is, but he provides a very similar creative profile. That ensures the whole system doesn't just collapse when Messi needs a rest. Section 6. Predicting the starting 11. Who takes the pitch? Okay, let's pull all this incredible tactical data together and actually walk through this formidable starting 11 step by step. Step 1, the defense. Emi Martinez anchors the goal. Then you have a rock-solid center pairing of Romero and Lisandro Martinez, with Tagliafico on the left and likely Gonzalo Montiel on the right for greater one-on-one defensive stability. Step 2, the midfield base. Enzo Fernandez sits deep, with McAllister right next to him. And, given the questions around Rodrigo de Paul's physical condition recently, Leandro Paredes slots in there to provide that crucial physical bite. Finally, step 3, that vertical attack. The incredible trio of Messi operating right behind the dual striker threat of Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez. It is just a seamless, terrifying blend of 2022 veteran leadership and brand new tactical roles. So, looking at this perfect blend of 17 returning veterans, the integration of versatile players like Medina, the tactical shift away from winger reliance to a vertical strike force, and the absolute mastery of Enzo Fernandez in the midfield, does this tactically evolved, ruthlessly refreshed squad have what it takes to defy history and go back-to-back? Has Lionel Scaloni's master plan truly cured the world champion curse? Let that sink in for a second. It is going to be an absolutely incredible journey to 2026 to find out for sure. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.